Okay. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for watching. Just doing a quick live stream going through a recap of the last few weeks. So, still have some stuff to show from my Heroes Con pickups, and I have some signatures that I was able to get at the show. And then last week, the week before, we had a show in Melbourne, and picked up some things. Not much from there, but a few little things. So just gonna check if I actually have audio, because I'm trying something new. So let's see if I do or don't. Let's have a look. Where is it? Let's double check. Since there's no one in the chat to tell me if I've got any sound or not, if it's working. Okay. And how come I can't find myself at the moment? Okay. Let's have a look. If I do or don't. Okay, so everything is working. It's good. Sorry about the mix-up. So let's do this. Okay, so we'll start off with the books that I picked up from Heroes Con and was able to get some signatures. So some were pickups, some were books that I took with me. So we'll start off with All-Star Comics, which obviously is the first appearance of Power Girl, and I was able to get Mike Grell to sign this. This was a book I picked up last year in my travels. You can see there's a bit water damage, not the best copy, but was happy to pick up this book and get the signature. Okay, so next up we have a Stranko Nick Fury Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. number 5. Again, not the best copy for an older book. You can see that it's been bent down the center. Nice line there, but still a cool book to have, and a series that I didn't realize how many books I actually had in the run. So I'm not far off. I only need 4 more books to finish off the run. Hey Sarah, you still at work? That's no fun. Next up, we have Amazing Adventures featuring Beast. I cannot, for the life of me, off the top of my head, remember which signature this is. I'm sure it'll come to me. I'll leave it here until it does. Another nothing special book, but obviously I collect X-Men, so trying to get most of the X-Men books, and was able to get Chris Claremont sign this. Obviously, X-Men Special Edition. Next up is another book from a set that I'm trying to complete, which is the Marvel DC crossover books. Have Batman Punisher and JR signature. It's pretty cool. Okay, we have another X-Men book, X-Men Adventures. So if I'm right, this is the first appearance of Morph in comic books after the 92 cartoon, and signed by Ralph Macchio, if I'm presenting his surname right. We have Batman Family. So another Mike Grell signature, old school book. This was another book that I was able to pick up last year. No, sorry, not last year, 2 years ago in my travels. Okay, back to Marvel DC crossover. So Daryl Banks, Green Lantern, Silver Surfer crossover. I took very limited books with me to get signed, and I tried to take some stuff that was a little bit different. So I had some things that weren't the same as everyone else signed. So we have a DC versus Marvel Comics #1 signed by Dan Jurgens. So awesome cover. Okay. So let's go. Next up, we have Gambit #1. This is a double signed book by Lee Weeks and not sure. And Howard Mackie. So was able to get both of them. Gambit being one of my favorite covers. Figured awesome book to get signed. Okay. Next up, we have Daredevil #1, The Man Without Fear. I was able to get this signed by Joe Quesada last year, and this time I got Palamotti signature on that. So 2 silver signatures, pretty cool. Old school X-Men book. So you can see a theme in the sort of books I was getting signed. A lot of X-Men, a lot of crossover stuff. Another Stranko cover. This book is really beat up, but it was one of the first books I thought of getting when I knew Stranko was going to be there. So we have by Captain America #6. So this is the origin and first appearance, I think, of Bucky. And it is signed by Steve Epting. Pretty cool signature. Okay. This book doesn't need any introduction. Strange Academy, signed by Scotty Young. So we have 2 of these, the original cover and the variant cover. Okay. So next up, we have, it is signed by Terry Canavar, Scarlet Spider, So, awesome book. So, another one in the crossover books, Superman Silver Surfer, number 1. This was signed by Ron Lim. Awesome cover. Okay, so anyone that's watched any of my other videos knows that another run I'm trying to get done is Defenders, and I was lucky enough to pick up the last book I needed to do the original title Defenders run, so 1 to 125. So I took number 17 to get signed by Ron Wilson. Just an awesome cover. Okay, another crossover book, Uncanny X-Men Teen Titans, obviously Chris Claremont book. Okay, so the next 3 signed quad signed. I think that's what it is. But I've been hearing lately that it's harder to find these books not signed than it is to find them signed. But we have Marvel Superhero Secret Wars, number 7, with 4 signatures. So we got Mike Zeck, Tom DeFalco on the top, Jim Shooter, and John Beatty. Just an awesome Captain America cover. We have number 8 as well, signed by the same 4 people. And my favorite cover out of all the Secret War covers, the number 1. I'm slowly trying to get everyone of the variant covers of this number 1. There's heaps of them, and I'm slowly getting there. We have a number 1. Okay, so next up is DC book. We have Secret Origins Superheroes. It's a first appearance of one of the Huntresses. I'm pretty sure it's the 3rd one. And it's signed by Joe Staton. Okay. Another Chris Claremont book. Obviously, Iron Fist number 14. First appearance of Sabretooth. Signed by the great man. It's very hard choosing books to get signed by Chris Claremont, especially when you're an X-Men collector and you have a fair amount of them. So makes things a little bit difficult. But next up, we have first appearance of Rocket Raccoon, and signed by Al Milgrom. So awesome cover. Able to pick this up a while ago, even though it's a Pence. Oh, technically Pence version. Still a pretty cool cover. Back to Stranko goodness on another X-Men book. So number 49. Okay. So let's see. Trying to remember. So Roy Thomas signature on first appearance of Banshee, number 28. So I was lucky enough to meet him at Heroes Con, and they just announced him coming to coming to Brisbane for Supernova, which is pretty cool. This book, I was lucky enough to pick up at Heroes Con. It was a book that I wanted, but I didn't have before I went, and I was lucky enough to find a copy and find a really, really good shape copy. And we have Nick Fury, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. #1, and obviously able to get Stranko to sign, but the quality of this book is great. Okay. Next one. I'll just leave it in the cover. We got Defenders #1, signed by Steve Englehart. So I was very lucky having this book in my collection. One of the mates and people I met through shows and collecting hooked me up with some Defenders books, and this #1 was part of it. So thanks very much, Todd. Okay, these last 3 books, I cannot for the life of me, off the top of my head, remember who the signatures were. So I am just going to double check quickly. So, where is it? Okay. It's Claremont. Michael Gold. Okay, so my Avengers 14, we have Michael Golden, Chris Claremont, and Al Milgrom. So one of my favorite characters, first appearance. I know it's a cover that is highly debatable if it's a good cover or a bad cover, if possibly one of the worst covers, but still very key book. Okay, the next book is, so I know this is a double signature as well. So same people, you have Al Milgrom and Chris Claremont on the other semi first appearance of a character, one of my favorite characters, Gambit. Okay, and this last book, who is it signed by? I should have known this off the top of my head. Jim Starlin. First appearance, Teen Titans. So, another favorite characters and series I'm collecting, all Teen Titans stuff. Okay, so that is all for the signature books and stuff I have signed at Heroes Con. As I said in my last stream, it is just a whole different experience being at Heroes Con compared to shows and things we have here in Australia. And it took me hours and hours lining up just to get through all the signatures and do the sorts of things that I really wanted to do while at the show. So, very grateful to have had the opportunity to go for go for the show and meet the YouTubers from the community that I did and be able to interact with them and stuff, which is great. Okay, we have someone backstage. Let's get him in.
What did I miss?
All my signatures, not much.
All of them.
Yeah,
Mate, I like how your headphones are matching the threads at the moment.
is all the sound and stuff coming good? Trying a
Yeah.
new microphone and stuff.
Oh, can I have a look? Is it like a separate microphone? Oh, this guy joining the road club, baby! Yeah.
So,
Nice. Very good.
Yeah. So I figured I think now I just got to get a better camera because this camera is junk.
You know, you can use your I mean, I reckon it would overheat like crazy, but that expensive ass Sony camera you bought, I'm pretty sure you can use that as a webcam. I mean,
Yeah.
whatever Dave's using, like he must be using like a proper camera as his webcam because his thing looks crazy.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah. So you can do that. It's a bit of a mess around, but
Yeah,
you know, if you need any webcam, I know a guy.
Yeah, I do have to come and see you and get some proper equipment if I'm gonna keep doing these shows. I
You
gotta
don't even need
have.
to come see me, mate. I can just send you a text.
But yeah, I want to see about getting some better equipment to do some more technical stuff. So, but yeah, so I just finished showing my books. There's not much in there. I think that you would have any clue what is. Yeah. So this one maybe.
Is that first Power Girl?
Yeah.
Fucking hashtag key guy.
Yeah, hashtag key guy. If you can. Oh, sorry, there is one here. You know this one.
Oh yeah, I've got that. Wait, did you just buy that? Did you not have that before?
No, I just got it signed by Jim Starlin.
Oh, okay. I was going to say you'd have that book, surely.
And
I don't know that one.
you don't know this one.
Give us a closer look. I don't know that one. Well, I feel like you showed that in the last stream.
I did because
and you guys told me. Now I still don't remember.
Yeah, a lot of the other stuff is all just crossover books and stuff, so nothing special. But I grabbed the stuff from. I was just about to go on about Metro, so
yeah. So how dead was it?
Dead. Like, not dead to the fact there was no people, but for a show, dead.
Yeah, I saw someone post a photo. They weren't posting anything negative. They were just saying, oh, I went to Metro Comic Con and they took a photo. And I was like, there's no one there. It was just like floor space.
Even like the lines, there was maybe 2-3 people that had people in their line. The rest, you walk in, within 5 minutes, you're done. Meet
Brandon
signatures.
Ralph? Did you get Brandon Ralph?
I did, but I was lucky I had an exhibitor pass, so I didn't really have to wait in lines.
Wait, how come you had an exhibitor pass?
None of your business. I'm special.
Okay. All right. I didn't go because I didn't get the media pass, but like, because normally I just pay if I don't get the media pass, but I just couldn't afford it. And then multiple people were like, "Oh, you should have told me because I could have gotten you in." But I was like, "Yeah, but I come along with 2 other people that you would also have to get in." So.
Yeah, you didn't miss much, but
it's more like I can't like those con videos. Obviously, it's like a missed opportunity when I don't go to a con.
Yes,
because those videos do really well. But you know what? I don't even need those videos anymore because my vlogs are gone spastic. Like the last video I did from the Melbourne Collectors Market So we did one of the small ones in Reservoir about a month ago. That video is trending to be my most successful video ever. Like it's over 5,000 views, and it's getting like it's had 2,500 views in the last 2 days.
Okay.
And I've gained like 100 something subs from it. Like, so since I did my giveaway video, which was literally 1 month and 1 day ago, I've gained like almost 300 subscribers. It's insane. Speaking of subscribers, Super Russ 9000 is in the house. You should jump in, Super Russ. You can't sleep, I heard Super Russ can't sleep. What better way to spend your insomnia than with a couple of Aussies on the other side of the world?
I'll send him the link. Let's see.
Jump on, Super Russ. Jump on. Just lie in bed and jump on.
Get your clothes on.
Yeah. Bring some ice cream, though, for us.
Where is he? Send.
What's going on, Tyler? Have you kept up with that comment thread, mate? I reckon that's the reason that video is doing so well. There's this troll that like called me a feral about the way I dressed. So I've been just going back and forth with them. It's up to like 60 something comments. It just so happens that same video is doing so well. So I reckon it's because the dickhead kept commenting. And I kept and he stopped commenting now, but every couple of days I remind him that he's a dork.
Okay. Hey Tyler. So about the delay, just sent the link to Russ. So still going on about Metro. There was literally 3 comic shops there.
Yeah, but that's standard. That's standard at a big
No, but like not even
any more than 3 than you can normally surprise. Like there's normally 3 is like standard, I feel like.
Yeah, but not besides Bruce, the other 2 weren't much.
So who are the other 2?
Alternate Worlds.
Okay.
So to the extreme of having an amazing fantasy on the wall.
Oh, really? They did they?
Yeah.
And did they just bring those stupid mystery boxes of theirs?
They had a bunch of mystery boxes, about 5 boxes of slabs, and then a wall of random books. But to the extreme where you saw all the books that I showed on my last stream, the ones I picked up from there, they had a whole bunch of them, and the price points, you could just see the crazy difference for the exact same book. Books I picked up for 20, 30 American, they had for 150, 200 Australian. So it was just crazy.
I've still got to go there soon to do a video.
You're going to go to the enemy?
Yeah, I'm going to go. I think, you know what? It's one of those things like they're so close. And like, obviously now my vlogs every week are the new thing, right? Like, so I feel like I never wanted to give him any shine, but I feel like I'll just give him this one moment.
And then bolt the shit out of him at the end of the video?
No. I'll mention that people might know that. Hey, Super Russ.
Yo, what's up, guys?
How you going, guys?
Any ice cream left?
A little bit, man, but I think it might be melted by the time you get here.
Yeah, I think you finish the tub and buy like 1,000 more before he gets there.
All right. Did you guys meet at Heroes Con?
Yeah.
Yeah. You posted a photo, yeah, Russ?
Yeah.
Do what?
You posted a photo, yeah? I just couldn't remember.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I got his gift for you if I ever see you because you're a lazy prick.
Am I seeing you this week?
This week? Where?
Is it not this week that I'm seeing you?
No, 10th of August.
Oh, okay. Whatever. That's like ages away.
Yeah. You're too busy to catch up.
Sarah's my like manager now. She knows all the dates of when I've got things and when I don't. So I'm so unorganized. Like I have no doubt there's going to be cons. Like when's Animega? I got to hit them up about. Yeah, I got to go to Animega. That's one.
No clue when Animega is. I'm not bothering with that.
I need to break into the anime market.
Okay. So I'll show the random crap I picked up from Metro. So
That's a good one with the foil. That's a good one.
so this was $2
From?
from just one of the sellers there.
Okay. So it wasn't a comic shop. It was just one of the toy stores.
Oh no, he had comics,
Okay.
but I wouldn't call him a comic seller. He
That's-
had everything. But yeah,
that's-
I looked online and just the book alone is selling for $30.
Yeah, because it never came out as a foil, I don't think.
Nah.
Except for in that thing for some reason.
Yes, I picked up. I really didn't pick up much at the show. I didn't go there with the intention of getting anything. So I got some signatures. I got an exclusive. So picked up a TMNT.
Is that a remark?
Yeah. So John Samaria.
Oh, really? Summer Eva, really?
So
Wait.
this book was released. It was so the original comic shop in the States who did the first book of the Turtles. So it is, I don't know if you can see it.
IDW.
It's a reprint of the first book,
Yeah.
but in color. And it was a limited run for Portsmouth Minicon because it's the 40th anniversary of the book.
Did he remark that for you, or did he have that for sale there?
No, he remarked it.
For
But
you? Okay,
he had, I think, maybe 2 or 3 left of the book
Yeah.
after I got one.
There's a Ninja Turtle variant that I want that's so hard to get. I've only ever seen it on eBay once. It was a Canadian exclusive for like some Canadian convention. Oh, I should have asked
Grand
you.
Expo.
It's so they did a Ninja Turtles cover with GSP, who's a former UFC fighter, and it has him on the cover with the turtles. I was like, what? That's so random. I want it so bad. But
I've seen it.
you've seen it?
Yeah.
Well, next time you're in Canada, mate, give me a call on the old FaceTime.
Okay. Just signatures.
Oh, who's that? Who's that? Super Russ?
Oh, that's cool. It's Brandon Ralph.
Yeah. So him as Adam. So he's one of the only people I broke my rule of getting numerous signatures.
What do you
So
mean break your rule on? Oh, Scott,
that's
he's
cool.
the best.
Scott
Scott
Pilgrim.
Pilgrim. He's so
number
good at that.
3,
You know, I've
and
never
then-
seen his Superman.
you cannot get a signature of him without getting.
I've
Oh,
never
yeah.
seen that Superman movie. Is it good?
Really?
I've seen like 20 minutes of it.
I liked it, but I'm like a super fan.
Yeah. So pretty cool book.
It had a really awesome gunfight scene in it.
And then from Walker.
What? What's? I thought Walker was Chuck Norris.
Yeah, they remade it with Palicki. Chat is it? What's his face?
From Supernatural.
Adrian Palicki. Is it Adrian? Yeah, the guy from Supernatural. And then obviously Pom,
Oh, that's
From-
the
Mantis.
yeah. I've
So-
never seen Guardians 2 either.
Yeah,
I think I watched the third one. I was like, "Who's this Mantis chick?" Hey,
And then
it's
Oh,
Huddy.
man, that's it.
yeah.
That's cool.
So he was awesome. We went into his the panel, and he literally just comes in from the panel, and he goes, "I'm gonna do things different than I did yesterday." Grabs the microphone, just starts talking. He didn't answer any questions for like the last 10 minutes of his talk. He just telling stories and all this stuff.
What was the last con I went to? What was that con that recently happened? Was it Comic-Con?
Oz Comic Con.
Yeah, so Comic Con. There was a celebrity. I don't know what he was. Oh, fuck, where was he from? Anyway, I can't remember what he was from, but a lot of people knew him. But it was just before the cosplay event. So we were waiting for the cosplay event to start, and he went like 15 minutes over. So we watched the end of his panel, and he was fucking swearing so much, man. I couldn't believe it. Like he said the C word. Like it's like there's kids around, dude. He just didn't care. It was
He
cool. It was funny.
wasn't swearing, but he was just going on and just telling all these stories and about his childhood and how his parents were very strict. So he used to do everything and like his parents didn't really like him in Seinfeld playing the role he did, but then they still took donations from him for the church when they were telling him he's portraying the devil and this and that. Just give me 1 second, I'll get my art folder.
What's going on, Super Russ?
So,
Not much, man. I woke up at like 1 a.m. Couldn't go back to sleep.
What time is it now?
Where did I put my phone at? 6:41.
Oh, Jesus.
AM, jeez, you're really going all out, Russ. So I got signed,
Trek?
yeah, Star Trek by the two guys, Ethan Peck and the girl. So let's see what else I got in here. So X-Men 97,
Oh, that's cool.
signed by the voice of Magneto. So he was really, really interesting to chat to. So he went into playing Magneto without even have seen an episode of the original
Oh, really?
92 series. So, and I have this one. So got the Magneto signature and Jean Grey from the last show because she was here. So I had these posters with me, Russ, at Heroes Con to try and meet the other two because the voice of Storm and the other Jean Grey was there.
Oh, dang, I didn't know that.
Yeah, but I did not get a chance to even get close to him
Funny
to get
if
a signature.
you got to the other Jean Grey and she saw the other Jean Grey signature and crossed it off and said, I'm the real Jean Grey.
And then I bought some original art pages from Dan Piccolo.
Is that Ghost Rider?
That's a good
Yeah.
page. It's a great
It's
page.
awesome.
So it's from the new Ghost Rider book. So I got that one and I got one more. So I got a page from the Miles Morales Blood Hunt book.
Oh, wow. That's very
Was
recent.
played. So he's starting to blow up like crazy. He's got an agent now, so all his art is going through the roof. And I picked up one print from a local guy. So let's come out. And in honor of obviously the movie that just come out.
Oh, that's
Oh,
awesome.
that's sick. That looks so good.
So
Foil in all the right places.
yeah, local guy Alex.
They don't do
Alex.
that much anymore. Like where the foils only, like that was a big 90s thing, right?
Yeah, he's telling us that it's not easy to get done. Like there's only a few printing people and places that can do it and do it good and properly. So he has very limited stuff that he does. But yeah, so it's all I picked up from Metro. Nothing special. There wasn't exactly much to really look at and see besides the usual guys. And what did you end up picking up from Heroes Con, Russ? I've seen some of it, but I haven't seen.
Yeah, I got a few books back there on display. I got Superman 199, the first Flash race.
Yeah,
Mate, you wearing jeans at 6:41 in the morning?
yeah. I'm sure
Did you
he
even
got
try?
dressed.
You say you
He
can't
got
sleep.
dressed
Did you
for the
try?
video.
Did you try to sleep, Russ?
I got the Superman 233, Kryptonite Nevermore.
Okay, I seen that book. I was contemplating it.
And I got Superman 199 from the Silver Age, the first race with the Flash.
Yeah, I picked that one up as well. There.
These two I got in a trade with Bonafide Comics.
Okay.
And then I picked up the first Parasite.
Really nice
great
copy.
book.
It is.
I got
And see-
right
Sorry?
back there. I got Spider-Man 122, The Death of Green Goblin, to go with the death of Gwen Stacy. I got a couple years ago,
Yeah.
and Steve Whiting actually AOK'd me that Amazing Spider-Man First Carnage.
361.
Yep.
Yeah. I picked up the 122 just before I came, and I was looking for the 121 at Heroes, but I didn't really find too many of them around.
Yeah. I got lucky
Which
on
was-
that one.
Yeah.
And so I got a few others that I have put away right now. I got the first Silver Banshee from Superman. I can't remember the issue number. And one I got right here, that Wonder Woman 200.
Classic.
Yeah.
Look at those whack feet though, Russ. How badly drawn are those feet? So bad.
But yeah, I saw this cover last year at Heroes Con 2, and I almost picked it up, but I didn't quite have enough budget left. So when I saw it again this year for a great price, I had to get it.
Oh, how much was it, Russ? How much? Tell me more.
I paid 46 or 48, I can't remember.
That's pretty good.
Hey, Kenneth.
It's
But
okay.
it had like almost a $70 price tag on it, but talked them down. But I
Do people
I want to pick up 198 and 199 eventually.
do people at those things, like if you're looking at stuff, make you offers? Like, do they say, "Oh, I'll
Yeah,
do that for this"?
sometimes. Last year I picked up the first Iron Fist Marvel Premiere 15, and I can't it had like $100-something price tag on it, and I handed it back to the guy, and he said, "How about 80?" And I was like, "Okay." I'll do
Well,
it.
was yours in good nick?
Huh?
Was it in good nick?
Yeah, it was in real good condition, and it's got the Marvel value stamp, all that stuff.
Because I picked that up this year,
Yeah.
and the guy, I didn't hunt for books until the Sunday, so the guy was having 25% off all his books.
Yeah, they had some
And
great deals going there.
yeah, so I picked up 2 Marvel premieres for $50 each,
Oh,
and then
nice.
with the 25% came down to like $37.
That's awesome. That's a great deal for that book.
Yeah. And I ended up picking up like 13, 14 books off the guy. I got
Yeah.
first Jessica Jones, first Iron
Oh,
Fist, a whole bunch of other books, just crazy priced and 25% off and thing. It was just crazy. So
Had a lot of deals up there. I went back on Sunday and I picked up a few more books, like just 2 more books, I think. I think Sunday is when I got that first Parasite and I can't remember the other one I picked up on Sunday now. But I got just a few dollar books. I couldn't really remember what I needed and what I had and didn't have, so I only got like a few of the dollar books.
Yeah, I didn't even bother. I literally got to like 1:30 on the Sunday, and I hadn't really looked at books.
Yeah.
The X-Men one fell through, so I just went wall hunting. This book,
Wait,
this book, this book.
Are you going to tell the
Yeah.
story about this X-Men thing?
So on the first day, I went around probably half the convention looking, and I was just getting the prices, the grades and stuff, and I was writing them down. And I ended up finding like 3 or 4 in that first day. And then I said, all right, I'll start doing some signatures, some stuff like that, and then I'll go to it. Then I had the guy from the States had one, and he brought it to the show. I forgot what his name is now.
Was that you're talking about Justin Birch? Because
Yeah, Justin Birch. That's
you guys
it.
were talking about him last time. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so he had it, and he brought his version. His copy. Sorry.
Wait. Was he selling there?
No, so he was. So the way he messaged me before, and the way I thought it was that he was tabling with someone, but not tabling by himself. So I thought he was going to be there for the whole show. And then Saturday, I spent all day doing the signatures for you and the other big people, and then meeting the guys like Russ and Roger and all that. So I didn't really have a chance to look. Then Sunday morning, I did the last 2 or 3 signatures I needed. I dropped off your books, and then I went looking. And I went through the whole thing. I found them all. I tried bargaining with some people. None of them wanted to move or anything like that. Then I messaged Justin, and I was told him if he was there to meet up so I can think, and he had already made his way home. So by the time he did that, if I was to get it from him at that stage, then I have to pay shipping, I have to pay the insurance, pay everything. And then it was just too late. And yeah.
How much were some of the people selling it for that you were trying to?
I can tell you exactly because I got it all listed.
Ready for the big bucks, Russ?
I imagine it was like crazy expensive.
All right, where is it? So 1.0 was 4.5, a 2.5, 6.5, a a non-graded one was 4.4, a 3.0 restored was 5.4, another no graded one for 6.5, a 3.5 for 9, a 3 for 7.3, another non-graded one for 9.5, a 1.8 for 5,000, and a 3.5 for 7.5.
So were those non-graded ones like minty? Some of them
they were semi. Some were good, some weren't.
Yeah.
But like the one I was considering, the non-graded one for 4.4, I said I'd rather give the money to Justin than to some random.
Yeah.
Then I messaged Justin. When I messaged him, he was driving home, so I didn't hear back from him for like an hour. And then when I found out that, well, what's his face? Now my names are leaving me. The one who does Only Subs, Rob. Rob ended up calling him for me, and he was driving home, so he didn't end up getting back to me till like 3:34 in the show. So that the no graded one ended up selling. So I figured I'll just pick up whatever I found. So I just went from seller to seller, I'd pick 4 or 5 books that I really want, try and deal with them. If they would deal, then I bought. If not, I went to the next one.
Some of those books are just wild, man. I know I saw somebody selling that AF Amazing Fantasy 15, and it was just that's crazy expensive.
Did you see the guy that had 4 of them, like a 0.5, a 1, a 1.5, and
I
a 2?
didn't see him about all that.
So when you walk in the main door, and you come to like their booth, the Heroes Con booth.
I was hoping to see an Action Comics 1 there because I just wanted to hold it.
Hold it?
I didn't see none.
No, there was no action.
I don't know if anybody selling that book would actually let somebody hold it or not, but if I ever see one, hopefully I can just hold it for a minute.
I would think the only chance you've got of doing that is Metropolis, I would say.
Yeah.
They're is it Kentucky or Texas, wherever it is, somewhere down that way.
I saw a Superman one last year, but I didn't see one of those this year.
I'm surprised because the guy that had the 4 Amazing Fantasies had 3 or 4 of each book.
Wow.
So he had like 3 X-Men ones, 4 Amazing Fantasies, freaking all these other big ass key books.
I know I've already started saving for next year. I've got my eye on a big book that I'm trying to save up for to get next year.
Ooh.
Okay.
Is it a book you've previously owned?
No, it's Action Comics 252, the first Supergirl and first Metallo.
252.
It's I saw it this year, but I think it was like $1,200 or $1,300, and my budget was $200, so that was like a no go on that. But I will try to save at least $100 a month if I can, and I should have enough next year to get it.
Well, I'm sure
Unless the price
you'll.
just
No,
goes up
I
to-
doubt it's going up. Not anytime soon. But hopefully I make the trek back up again next year for the show. We'll see how things
Definitely,
go.
man. It'd be awesome to see you again.
Yeah. This time, hopefully, I won't have to stress so much on signatures. So I have a bit more time to actually enjoy.
I didn't look at the guest list good enough. Like, the only name I saw was Dan Jurgens, and I just, that was enough for me. I got the art print back there with her signature. But I wanted to get a Jenny Frison, and I just never got around to going over there. And I didn't even know Daryl Banks was going to be there, and I ran into him. I didn't have nothing for him to sign.
I end up taking 70 books with me from Heroes.
I'm gonna have to look at the guest list better and take more books this year to get signed.
It took me like a good 2 weeks of going through every artist and seeing what I had and what I could get signed, and then narrowing it down. And it was hectic.
Yeah, I heard Middleton was there too. I missed him. I hate that.
Yeah, Joshua Middleton. Yeah. And Adam Kerbert. Who else? Jim Starlin, Joe Sutton, Roy Thomas.
Claremont was there.
Ron Wilson, Chris Claremont. Yeah, I had to line up for all of them. Stranko. So I spent just under $1,000 in signatures between me and my mate. So
that's awesome, though, man. I got lucky with Dan Jurgens. By the time I made it around to him, there wasn't too much of a line, so I didn't have to wait very long.
Dan Jurgens was pretty good. He flew through the signatures. We got Mike
awesome.
Grau. Let's fix up this dude. So Mike Grau.
His Green Arrow run was so good.
It was. That's why he came to Melbourne a few years ago, and I said, everyone gets him to do Green Arrow, so I'll get him to do something different. So I got him to do a Captain America, and then I said I really should have got him to do a Green Arrow.
Yeah.
So this year I took the book with me, and that was the other commission I
Oh,
got.
that's nice. Emma
How
Frost.
good is that?
Adriana Mallow. So I've only got like 3 pages left, 3 or 4 pages left in my X-Men book, and then I'll get the front cover done.
Who's gonna get it? Who's gonna be on the cover? Gambit.
I haven't decided. I was originally contemplating doing the X-Men 92, the scene where they're running at each other,
Yeah.
and have the heroes on the front, the villains on the back, and get an artist to do one character each.
A lot of artists, like if you notice, a lot of people when they do their commissions, very rarely will they do stuff like that where there's multiple, like even 2 characters is a stretch. They all like to do their faces and their a bust at most. Like very few people I see do like full body on a comic cover.
It's not that they don't do it, it's what you pay for. So I could have got full body, like Daryl Banks did full body Parallax, Hal Jordan as Parallax for my mate, $150. Black and white, and it's awesome. And like full body takes up the whole page, not like a little thing. There's barely any white left on the page. So it comes down to how much you're willing to pay.
When they do sketches like that, do you just like drop the books off and pick them up at the end of the day, or?
It all depends on who. So like the Frost, I dropped it off on Friday at the start of the show on Friday, and I picked it up Sunday, literally like 2 hours before the end of the show. But then Mike Grell, Mike Grell. Sorry?
They have like a lot of people doing that, so it takes a while, I guess.
Not just that, they're also there to drum up business for themselves. So everybody that comes past, they try and communicate with. So they stop. They'll be doing, they stop. They'll be doing, they stop. Or they'll leave them until they go to the hotel. And then after the show, you go get dinner, you go do whatever, and then you go into the hotel. The last thing you're really wanting to do is draw. So
a lot of them as well, like for example, Jamie Johnson. If you've already, like, I think when I got my Catwoman off him, I'd organized that months in advance, and then when I see him, he's doing it. I think he just started at the con, that I was there to pick it up.
Jamie, I think, just forget, because when the 2 that Jamie did for me, he had my book for like 6 months.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, no, but it's an artist thing. Artists are slack. I mean, I can imagine all you do is draw. The last thing you want to do is draw more. But I think it's an artist thing, I believe.
But then, like saying that, Mike Grell, I dropped off the book, got him to sign. Probably 4 hours later, it was done.
Wow.
Comes down to as well how popular they are, how many commissions they're getting, how many they take on. Because some of them will have 4 or 5 spots in their commission list, and that's it. So you got to be one of the first in, get it, and obviously done. Others will take on more because they're trying to make as much as they can out of the weekend.
Because how can you draw, like, because obviously it takes hours, I'd imagine, like the Emma Frost one, that would take hours, right? How can you do that while people are also coming up, chatting to you, signing signatures and all that? Like,
but you would also have to take into consideration that these people, because they do draw all the time, knocking up something like that probably wouldn't take them hours. It might take 1 or 2 hours. It's just getting the 1 or 2 hours straight to actually sit there and do it.
I mean, it only takes me like 2 minutes to draw something up. Simon doesn't my line.
That's all right.
We do it lame or frame style.
Next year, I'm gonna bring a blank book, and I'm just gonna get everyone from the YouTube community to do something in the book.
That's a good idea.
So I have a bunch of things, and I'll bring a whole bunch of pencils and stencils. So if they want to try and draw something, see what I can get. Sarah wants to go home, Simon.
Yeah, well, it's 5 minutes past. So you should be already leaving work now. So
What time is it up there?
9:05 p.m.
So it's a lot later than it is for you, Russ.
Yeah.
Well, it's early for us now.
Yeah.
But
No
that means,
point
will you actually go to sleep? Like, do you eventually fall asleep at like 9 in the morning and then sleep through till 6?
No, I'll probably be up the rest of the day.
That's crazy.
Might go eat some breakfast here in about an hour.
Ooh, what's for
Yeah.
breakfast?
I was gonna say no point going to sleep now. Just stay up. So
Yeah.
Simon, I can show Russ what I picked up for you if you want.
What? No. Well, once Sarah gets back, I'll probably have to, because I got dessert in the oven, so I'll wait till she gets home before I bail. How good does my figure shelf look right now? Whoo, damn.
Well, I
Believe
just
you could unboxing stuff, man. I never thought
Sorry?
you would do that.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Dude, Sean, did you see? You probably didn't. I unboxed that Crow figure.
I've seen bits of it. I haven't watched the whole video.
Mezco?
Yeah, man. Oh my god, I couldn't believe. I was mind blown by how good that action. Like the accessories were ridiculous. I lost a piece, so I didn't even realize. I thought I'd taken, because what I do is I always film the intro to the video and then I intro the toy, and then what I do is I turn the camera off. I don't film myself take it out of the box anymore. I do that for a shorts. So then I film a shorts of me taking it out of the box. I take all the accessories out, and then I realize, what the fuck's that little shiny thing there? And they had like a ring that was like this big, because he wears his wife's ring. Sean has it too.
That's crazy how much detail they put into those. I know there's an Eradicator Mezco coming out in March, and I'm thinking about getting.
I'll sell you the piece, Simon.
It's got the ring around it on the necklace. That's what I've lost.
They ended up sending 2.
And you only ordered 1?
Yeah. No, they sent 2. I had to pay for 2.
Okay.
But they... So I got 2 of that, 2 of the Bruce Lee, and...
That Bruce Lee figure was dog shit, though.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was not good.
So I'll end up putting them at the next show I go to.
Nice.
So... But, yeah.
No, I just unboxed this one just before. That's what I was doing before.
Okay.
Spoiler alert.
Is that Marvel Legends or is that Mezco?
That's a Marvel Legends. That's the latest one that just came out for the movie.
Have you seen the movie yet, or are you going to see it?
No, I do. I will go see it. Hopefully within a week. I just don't want to. I don't really want to.
Can I spoil it for you?
Have you already seen it?
Yeah, I watched it last night.
Yeah, everyone fucking went and saw it last night. It was funny because I was at the theater last night. I don't know if you saw my video I dropped yesterday, but I went to the cinema, but didn't go to see Deadpool. I went to see Secret HQ because they had set up shop in the cinema.
Okay. Nah, it's well worth watching.
It looks
good movie, lot of cameos, a lot of Easter eggs. So
how many good. Can you say like how many end credit scenes they had? Was it just one or
just
2?
The one.
Just one.
So one real like end credit scene.
In other words, there's 2.
No, there's not 2, but so they show like a blooper reel.
Okay. Yeah.
But not just of that movie. Without spoiling anything, it makes it hard to explain. So there's only one actual end credit scene, but there's like a little blooper reel that plays as the things are going on.
Yeah,
but there is some very, very surprising characters in it. Besides the ones that people already know. So, and there is
I
a
never-
sorry.
I never saw the second movie. I saw like a little bit of the first one back when I had did. I think it
What?
was on Netflix once years ago. I never watched the second one.
But you
I've
never
never
even seen-
really been like a Deadpool fan. I've
Yeah,
never
but the
really-
movies are awesome, Russ.
But like the only reason I'm even thinking about seeing this one is because I just want to see what the cameos and stuff are.
So
But
Dude,
I don't care about Deadpool.
Really?
I'm
But
not a big Deadpool guy either, but this movie, like, he breaks the fourth wall, like
well, that's
probably
his
the
character.
best, but the best that he's done in all three movies. The
I can't believe you've
cameos
seen them, Russ.
is just there's
I've never really
So-
got into the Deadpool comics, and
Yeah, I know,
never
but
really-
like the movies, I mean, I never ever read a Deadpool comic, and the Deadpool is sick. Like, so you haven't even seen the whole first movie.
no, I don't think so. I saw a little bit of it. I
'Cause
think I want to say it was on Netflix like years ago.
I rewatched the
It's
second
been a
one
long time
recently
since I had streaming
to
service.
prepare for the third one. I rewatched the second one, and fuck, it's so good, man. It's so good.
well, there is cameos from everywhere. So you got to keep your eyes peeled. You got to
Sweet.
I know that
They-
they
Deadpool
spoiled
first appearance is
some
going to go up.
trailers. I
one
saw
one
some
of the
trailers that spoiled some stuff.
yeah, one of the best bits is you see there's a fight scene and there's a shop front and the shop front's called Liefeld's Only Feet.
I think that
Well-
was a bit. You saw a bit of that in the trailer. You didn't see the only. I think you saw Liefeld's name.
Yeah,
one of the
I'm
buildings in the
sure
trailer.
it's also I think in that ad for DDs or whatever it is that keeps popping up on my YouTube. But yeah, there's cameos for a lot of things, even just the stuff he says. Like you got to think twice about it, but he's taking the piss out of someone or something. And just the first battle scene, like just the opening scene, Deadpool by himself fighting whoever is fighting. I'm not going to say thing, but it's funny as fuck. So
Yeah, I'll try to see it on Tuesday or something like that. I think
you better.
wait.
The sooner you do, the better, because people are going to start.
Everyone's going to ruin it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
spoilers all
I'm-
over. Like
I think it was I can't. I think it was the first Deadpool movie when I saw it. There was some dickhead in the cinema. You could tell he'd seen it millions of times already, right? Because he was laughing at every single little thing. And you could just tell, man, you've seen this fucking 5 times, haven't you, you idiot? And he just wouldn't shut he just kept laughing at everything. Like, and I was like, oh my God, it was annoying.
yeah. Well, there'll be people like that for this one. Don't worry.
That's why I don't like seeing movies when they're packed. I like waiting, but this is the type of movies I'd rather not get things spoiled. So, and it's going to happen because I scroll on Instagram. People say stay off social media, but it's like I can't
Yeah.
stay off social media for 5 days.
I think it opens tonight here for early viewing and officially opens tomorrow over here in the States.
Yeah.
So I'm
There's
sure Instagram will probably be full of spoilers and stuff.
there will be. There's a lot of things that I think people just would not be able to keep themselves from saying. And like I said, that first scene, just like the music they picked to go with the fight scenes and the stuff like that, it's like stupid songs in reality, but when you're hearing the song with the fight scenes that are happening and the people that are involved, it just like fits in perfect. And the fights between Wolverine and Deadpool are just crazy. So it's a good movie. It's a really good movie. We'll just see if it makes the money that it really should or not.
It will.
Yeah, I'm sure it
Yeah.
will.
I mean, the marketing they've done is insane on it.
Yeah, but sometimes people, like Russ said, if you're not really a Deadpool person, people might avoid it just for the fact.
I mean, eventually I want to see it just to see the cameos and stuff, but I'm not like in a hurry to go see it
You
right
don't.
when it comes
I mean, like it's a ridiculous. Like Deadpool, like the movies, they're ridiculous. Like they're action packed, like really good action, but they're just stupid funny. Like it's just a perfect mix for
The
anyone to be
fight
able to watch.
sequences, they've taken them to another level in this movie as well.
It's funny. I remember when the Flash movie came out. I never did go see it, but I was like awake in the middle of the night one night scrolling TikTok, and somebody was just live streaming it from the theater. So I saw like the last hour and a half of the movie like that.
Yeah, because Russ doesn't watch anything because he doesn't have
Yeah,
streaming
it's been
services.
forever since I went. Like Endgame was the last time I went to a theater and saw a new movie.
Well, at least you saw that, mate.
Yeah.
Like
I've
Russ
got
didn't
like
see.
I've got Spider-Man Far From Home here, the second Spider-Man movie that I bought like a couple Black Fridays ago for $4, and I still haven't watched it yet.
Have you watched Snyder Cut yet?
No, nobody sells physical media anymore, man. I've never like Best Buy quit selling movies. I've never seen it at Walmart. But if I ever run into it, I'll probably buy it to watch it.
If I do come back for Heroes Con, Russ, I'll message you a few weeks
I'm just
before.
gonna fucking buy you a copy, Russ.
Give me a list of movies you want, and I'll buy them from here, and I'll bring them down with me.
And then they get there and they're region coded.
Yeah, my PS5 probably won't be able to play it.
So I think Blu-rays are region coded, but 4K Blu-rays are not, I believe.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so 4K, but you won't have a 4K. Oh, yes, you do. You got a PlayStation.
Yeah, I think the PlayStation should play. I'm pretty sure PS5 can do 4K.
It does.
Yeah. So I'll bring you down a bunch of movies.
All right.
And I'll make Simon pay
for it. The last thing I watched was actually Batman '89 again. I rewatched that a couple of days ago.
Well, I was organizing my books on the weekend, and I ended up watching Endgame and Infinity War back to back. So
that's the way to do it. I hated like seeing those and then having to wait like a year for the next one to come out.
Yeah, so a freaking in 5.5 hours of movies, I got through 13 letters in my collection. So now hopefully I'll try and finish the rest off this weekend.
What's up, Werewolf?
How you going, Werewolf?
I've been watching The Boys. We started watching The Boys like about a month ago, maybe less.
Yeah,
it's good that's only 8 episodes. We smashed through it. We're like halfway through the 3rd season already when we started like a couple weeks ago.
I still haven't watched the end of the 1st season. Oh, sorry, the end of the 2nd season. Sorry, I've watched the 1st season.
I've seen so many clips on like TikTok. I feel like I've seen the show, but I've never like actually watched an episode.
It's interesting, but I just something about it hasn't got me like hooked enough that I have to sit there to really watch it.
Russ, you haven't seen that Spider-Man? What's the one called with all the Spider-Man?
No Way Home. No Way Home.
Yeah, you haven't got.
No, I haven't seen that one yet either.
It was on TV here this week.
Wasn't it on free to wear? On free to wear. Jesus.
Last week.
I can't imagine watching. I can't imagine watching a movie like that with ads. Like, what the fuck?
I want to see it because one of my favorite like movies of all time is still Spider-Man 2 with Tobey Maguire, the one that had Doc Ock in it. That's still like one of my all-time favorite superhero movies. So I want to see No Way Home. I just ain't got a chance yet.
I remember number 2 seeing it because I love the first Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire. I thought was so good. I thought it was so good when I watched it at the movies. When it came out on DVD, I was all excited. I bought the collector's edition, got home to watch it on my little CRT television on DVD, and I was like, this looks like a Power Rangers episode. It looks so bad. And then when the second one came out, I was excited, went to see it at the cinemas, and I was busting for a piss. but I didn't want to leave the cinema. I didn't want to miss anything. So I just was like this the whole time watching it, like trying to hold on to my pee. It was the worst. I should have just gone.
Uh, there, I don't know if all cinemas, oh, not all cinemas are doing it, but I know some cinemas are doing the Dark Knight trilogy back to
Oh,
back
cool.
for Batman Day
Yeah,
in September.
have you ever gone to the Astor?
I'm not sure.
It's in like it's right down the road from Comics R Us on Chapel Street. It's like a theater, but they play like old movies.
Is it the one that's next to the cake shop and you go up the escalators?
I don't know if it's next to a cake shop.
Benetti's. They play a lot of like indie films and stuff.
They pretty much play like old movies, like reruns. They every now and then get new movies, but it's mostly like for playing. Like I went and saw The Warriors there the other week. It's the best on the big screen. I couldn't believe it. I was like, this is the best. I'd never been.
I know I've been to a cinema on Chapel Street next to Benetti's, the cake shop, because I went and watched Jay and Silent Bob.
Was it a theater, like as in like an old theater that had like 2 levels?
I can't honestly remember.
Because it's like you literally, I walked in, I was like, are we seeing a musical or a movie? And because we walked in, we were on the top story, and the screen was massive, and it's like an old theater. The seats look like they haven't been updated for like 50 years.
Nah, then that's not where I went.
You went to the Jam Factory.
Nah, it wasn't Jam Factory. This was because they played. I went and watched a Maltese film there like 8 years ago. So they play like indie movies and international movies.
I'm gonna go move my car.
So yeah. Well. Any plans for any more shows this year, Russ?
Probably not. There's actually another con here in Charlotte, and I think the first week of August. It's called Collecticon, but it's mostly like a card show, I think.
Okay.
Cards and stuff. But I thought about going because Chuck Norris is supposed to be there. The original Pink Ranger, Amy Jo Johnson, and a bunch of other TV stars and stuff.
Okay.
So I thought about going and checking it out, but I'm not sure.
I've seen the flyers for it at Heroes Con. Yeah. I think the guy who does Heroes has something to do with it.
Yeah. I think the tickets are just like $30 or something. So I'm thinking about checking it out.
Chuck Norris is an interesting bloke.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, I met him a few years ago.
I know my dad absolutely loved Chuck Norris. He was like a huge fan of all his movies, the Walker Texas Ranger TV show.
He's very humble, and like even for like I would say for us, he's a big action star. Even though comparing to people these days, he's not really. But just the movies he made, like Missing in Action, and all of those things.
I remember one I remember is I think it was called Firestarter or something. I want to say it was him and Lou Gossett Jr.
I don't know the name. I know which movie you're talking about. But he made tons and tons of movies back then. I remember he made a stupid movie once called Sidekicks. So
I think I remember that. That name sounds familiar.
Yeah, so there's a kid, the young kid. Let's see, he's from something really big, and he's fighting in this tournament, and he needs a partner, and Chuck Norris ends up becoming his partner, and like he's a big fan of his. So Sidekicks, where is it? It's one of those movies you can never find. So Jonathan Bardis, he was the young kid from The Never-Ending Story.
Oh, man.
And It, and all of that. He's been in a lot. but I don't know how you're gonna see it.
Oh yeah, I remember that movie.
Yeah. So
Seen that since I was a kid.
ah, I literally watched it like when it came out, and then one year, probably mid 2000s, I was homesick or whatever it was, and I decided to turn on TV, and it just came up. So I think I've seen the movie twice in my life.
What movie? What movie?
Sidekicks.
Oh, with Chuck Norris.
Yeah.
I think I can't remember if I've seen that. I definitely saw Three Surf Ninjas. If anyone remember that.
Yeah. So 3 Surf Ninjas and the 3 Ninjas.
They weren't related, were they?
No.
Yeah, it was just odd because I think they came out at a similar time. It was just like, what?
No, I think Surf Ninjas came out later.
Okay. That had Rob Schneider in it.
Yeah, I've got
It's like Sean's favorite movie.
My favorite movie. So Surf Ninjas came out in 1993, and 3 Ninjas came out, same time.
There you go. See?
So 3 Ninjas, the first one came out in 92, then second one 94, third one was in 95. And then there's 4 of them.
They should remake that. Three Surf Ninjas. Reboot.
The American Ninja
Yeah.
came out.
Those movies were so bad they were good.
I never watched. I remember them. I remember always seeing the video covers, but I don't remember actually watching one.
You've never watched American Ninja?
I probably did, but I just don't remember them.
They were so cheesy.
And there was, I remember like once after you were doing your throwback show about the movies, I ended up reading a whole bunch of stuff about the American Ninja series, because the main actor in the first one, there's this whole backstory on why he stopped acting and all of this stuff, which was pretty interesting for back then.
Bold Wolf. All right, I got to get out of here. I got my things done in 57 seconds. I'm gonna eat my apple pie.
Oh, good.
Take it easy.
Good to see you, Russ. Sean, I'll see you on the 10th, apparently.
Yes.
All right.
If you even show up.
See you, Old Wolf.
Old Wolf.
How you going, Old Wolf?
Old Wolf, I don't know if you noticed on my latest video on the members page, there's an error with your name. You're joint to the previous person's name, so I need to fix that. I only noticed it today. Anyway.
Shout out to Old Wolf.
That was an awesome exit. Duck and cover.
She's still the best part of his show.
Yeah. Somebody better call her and make sure he didn't have a heart attack. That was perfect timing.
Yeah, it was. I was expecting it, but I wasn't at the same time.
Yeah.
What the hell happened here? So, how many shows do they normally do in Charlotte?
Last year I think they did one in October last year, but I can't. It was a smaller con, and I don't think it was at the same spot as Heroes Con, but it was in Charlotte.
Okay. Because I didn't explore that much, but it didn't seem like there was much to do in Charlotte.
No, the only thing, like, sometimes they do, they have like Monday Night Raw come down from WWE. Usually once, sometimes twice a year. I've been there a couple times. But
Yeah.
other than that, other than Heroes Con and Monday Night Raw, I don't go to Charlotte.
All right. Because I came down the day, so I got there Wednesday night, so I had all day Thursday, and I didn't leave till Tuesday night. So I had a few extra days, and just walking around and stuff, there wasn't really anything to
Yeah.
do or see, or besides the NASCAR Hall of Fame, which isn't something that I'm really into.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so
I know. Like they had the Carolina Panthers football team during football season, but I was like,
okay.
gosh, I want to say it was either 1999 or 2000 when I went to a football game down there. So it's been like 24, 25 years since I've been
Jeez.
one of those.
The funny thing is, I've been to the States, I think, 5 or 6 times now, and I cannot catch a football game. I'm never there when a football game is on, or I'm never like, I'll plan my trip and I'll always be out of the state when the team's there, and then think. So I've done baseball, is the only sport I've been lucky enough to get so far.
You got
So
a favorite football team that you'd want to see?
not really. I'd say like I know the main teams I know, like the Cowboys
Oh yeah,
and all that, but I don't really follow it enough. I just like to say, yeah,
yeah.
I've been to game.
It's been years and years since I followed football. I watched it a lot in the '90s and the very early 2000s, and then like all the players that I liked started retiring. So I just kind of started, instead of following new players, I just started losing interest.
Yeah, it gets hard when you're so entwined in what you know, and then it changes.
It's like everybody I used to like watching started retiring, so I was just like, I don't, I
Well,
don't care much anymore.
to be honest, this year was the first time I've actually watched an NFL game start to finish ever. Like I watched the Super Bowl,
Oh yeah,
first game I've watched. The only NFL I had seen before that was highlight reels
oh yeah.
or anything in a movie or a TV show. I had never actually sat there. And the same for ice hockey. Like this year, I had the Stanley, is it the Stanley Cup, the ice hockey, the final, because they made it to game 7 was on, and I watched that. It was the first ice hockey game I watched start to finish was on.
I don't think I've ever seen a whole ice hockey game. I've
Yeah.
never really got into that. I know I was real into the football video games for a while too. From like 2002 to 2011, I got the Madden game every single year.
I've played Madden like twice.
Yeah,
It was Madden, I think, is a game where if you're really into it, becomes easy. But
yeah.
if you're not, it just seems like a really, really difficult game to play.
Or what I would do is like in the early games in like 2002 to 2006, you could actually go in and change the stats on all the players. So I would go in and like pick my favorite team and make everybody like a 100.
Yeah.
And then I would like
Okay.
my brother would come over and I'd play with him and it just annihilate him because my team had like max stats.
All right. See, I was more of a FIFA person in that time.
Yeah,
Back when playing soccer, when playing FIFA was fun. Like today, playing FIFA today just seems like way too much effort. All
yeah.
the extra
It's crazy.
stuff
Like
you can do.
all the sports games now. Like I remember like back in the day where you could play Madden, you could unlock Madden cards just by playing the game and like get these legendary players and stuff. And now, ever since like internet and DLC came in, you gotta like buy all that stuff extra on top of paying 60 or 70 for the game. So I
Yeah.
just man, you used to be able to just unlock that stuff by playing, and now everything costs extra. It's nuts.
But even to me, I used to enjoy playing those games just because it was mindless fun.
Yeah,
And there was none of this. You're making players do tricks and changing offensive this and
yeah,
defensive lines and this. Just whoever could outsmart the other player and push the button at the right time, got lucky enough to
yeah.
score, was good. Now you even in FIFA to score a goal, you got to push the button to shoot. You got to push the direction button for which way the ball's going to go. You got
Yeah.
to curl and this and that. If you don't sit there playing it all the time, every time, when you come back after a month of not playing it, you forget how to do everything. So it's just crazy. So it's easier just staying away. I don't bother with FIFA anymore. I just play fighting games and
Yeah.
things like that. Just button
That's
smashing.
good. I used to love fighting games, but the last one I really played was like Injustice 2. It's crazy. I've got over 1,000 hours into that game.
Yeah,
Still waiting for
I
Injustice 3 to come out, but I haven't heard anything.
I was playing that not long ago, and the other game that I got really hooked on was Marvel vs. Capcom,
Oh yeah, I used to love those back in the day.
and I
Some of
just
my favorites on PlayStation 1 was the Tekken series, Street
yeah
Fighter Alpha, but I never really kept playing those. Like the last Tekken I played, I think was Tekken Tag Tournament on the PlayStation 2. So I never really continued those series.
I kept playing Tekken. I got up to like Tekken 4, 5 before they started just being a pain.
Yeah.
But the last real fighting game I was playing was Mortal Kombat 10. Is it 10? Because 11 just came. So not the one that just came out, the one before it.
I think that was 11. Was Scorpion on the cover?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 11. I've been going through the storylines and playing everyone's story because every character has a different story. So
That's cool. I think
slowly.
the last Mortal Kombat I played was I want to say it was PlayStation 3. It was Mortal Kombat versus DC.
Yeah,
It's
I've
been a
got
while
that.
since I've played like a Mortal Kombat game.
Yeah, I've got that. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
They they really need. I know that every company is separate, but they really need to do like a Smash Brothers sort of thing with
Oh,
just Marvel, DC, Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter.
yeah.
Just get all four of them.
I know.
Yeah,
I I think it's coming out some before the end of the year. They're doing a re-release of the Marvel Capcom games, Marvel Superheroes,
yeah,
Marvel versus Street Fighter,
yeah. I
and all
seen
that
that.
stuff is like coming out in like a collection. So I'm
Yeah,
looking forward to that.
I'm just. I don't have a PS5, so I'm hoping they're gonna do it on the PS4. If
They
not,
probably will. I imagine they would.
so. But I know. So Warner Brothers is working. I don't know if working or if it's nearly coming or what, but they're doing like a Smash Brothers game, but of all Warner Brother characters.
Oh, that'd be cool.
So you got Batman, Superman, and Bugs Bunny, and all of these characters in the one game because they're doing a comic book of it. They're doing a 6-part comic book coming leading into the game.
That'd be awesome.
So it should be interesting. Be good to see who's in it and what they're actually doing.
I know
So
one thing they'll probably never do, but I would love to see if they ever did like an amalgam style Marvel versus DC video game. That would be crazy if they could do something like that.
I honestly don't think it's that far away.
Really,
Yeah.
I remember like when those comics first came out back in the day. I didn't know because I'd started collecting in the '90s, so I never knew Marvel and DC ever did crossovers before that. So when I first saw like that amalgam issue 1 on the shelf, it just blew my mind.
I'm pretty there's not much that came out before them. I'm pretty sure they are the
Um,
first.
I know that. I think the first one was. I got it on the
That's-
show there. Superman versus Spider Man. That big
Yeah.
treasure. I think
The
this-
treasury, I think, yeah. I think the 2 or 3 treasuries came out before. Because I've got the Fantastic Four versus Superman.
Oh, that's cool.
So
I've got a few of the other. I've got gosh, what is it? I've got Green Lantern Silver Surfer issue,
so
and I think I have a cat. I want to say Captain America and Batman crossover.
So I had a few of them with me at Heroes because I got a whole bunch of them signed. So let's see. Put this here. So so I got.
Oh, that's awesome.
I'll show it properly. So yeah, got Ron Lim signed Superman, Silver Surfer, the obvious Uncanny Teen Titans.
Simon actually sent me a copy of that a couple years ago.
So what else do I have? So I got Dan Jurgens
Oh, nice.
signed on that. So the Green Lantern, Silver Surfer.
Yeah, that's the one I've got.
Yeah, I got Banks to sign that. And JRJ sign that. I'm trying to get all of those books, the crossovers. So I think there's, according to Key Collector, there's I think 60 something books in the crossovers. And I've got like 40 of them.
So I've got the whole Amalgam series except for the Access, the 4 issues of Access. I don't have those yet, but I've got I've got all 24 one shots in the first 4 issues of Amalgam.
Okay, I know I've got all the 24 one shots. Not sure. So just trying to see what the earliest book. 71 is the first crossover. 2000s. A lot of the crossovers were in the 90s. But let's see. 90, 94, 74, 2006. So 1970 was first, probably one of the early crossovers. Just the parade. 76 is the Superman Spider-Man book.
I
Treasury.
picked that one up not this year, but I picked it up last year at Heroes Con.
Yeah, I picked that up and the Fantastic Four one last year from Toronto. But yeah, so it looks like then the other Superman and Spider-Man Treasury book is in 81. The one with Hulk and Batman and Doctor Doom and stuff. 75. Yeah. So 70s was first crossovers between Marvel DC, going all the way up to think. I'm surprised at how much the reprint of Marvel versus Avengers versus JLA, the one they released like 2 years ago, how crazy it is going in price.
Oh yeah. I've got one of those original books. I think it's issue 4. It's the one with Superman on the cover with Thor's hammer and Cap
No.
shield. But that's the only one I have in that series.
Okay. I think there's like 6 or 7 like actual crossover books where there's
Yeah.
Marvel and DC, and then there's I think about 6 or 7 more where like there's a depiction of something or this in a Marvel book of like Clark Kent, or there's a figure that looks like Thor in a Superman book that I need to get. So, but yeah, I think the amount of books these days is just crazy. I'm sitting at just under 4,000 books at the moment.
Wow.
So I'm
One of these
doing.
days I can go through and count my collection. I've never done that. I've got 16 short boxes and 1 CGC box, but I've never like counted them to see how many I have.
You don't have CLZ?
No, I need to. That would help a lot with the cons to be organized and know what I need and don't need.
Yeah, it really does.
Yeah.
And surprisingly, even when you do have it, sometimes you still fucking double up. Like the amount of times I double up, even when I look through my list, just because sometimes the way they put the books in the list is weird, but
Yeah.
it's well worth it. So especially
Yeah,
with that many
I need to
boxes,
get cheap and get that.
just the good thing about it is you pay the once a year.
Yeah.
Because you don't need all the fancy bells and whistles. So just pay I think it's like $2 a month or $3 a month, whatever it is now.
That's
And
not
if you pay yearly, ends up being cheaper. I'm lucky that I got grandfathered across on the old plan. So it's $19 a year. But trying to see. Let's see, where is it? How much is it? Because you can get cover price and stuff added, but you don't have to. How come it doesn't say how much? So it's $29.99 a year if you pay for a year. And you get 1 year free.
Oh, that's cool.
And monthly is $2.99 a month. So $3 a month. So you end up saving like $6-7 if you just pay for it outright.
Yeah.
So, and once you really get the hand of it, you can have a want list. So you can just switch between it. So where is it? So yeah, you're not going to be able to see it. You can pick. Let's see. Let's try this. Let's turn off this. No, not gonna. No. You can have a want list, and then you can bring up your want list separate, so it only shows you your wanted books. So at least like when you're at a con, you just go to want books.
Yeah.
And you know what's there is what you want. But yeah, it's probably the best thing I got, because I used to double up so many books. Then I ended up getting this, and it made my life so much easier.
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard like nothing but good things about it. Everybody that has it says it's awesome.
The other thing you can do is Key Collector is free as well. And you can book the books you have in your collection and the want books you want, but it's just a little bit harder to navigate and use. So, and Key Collector only now started putting in books that aren't keys, so you can like add every book in the
Okay,
collection.
cool.
Whereas before it just showed you the keys in each series or each run. So, yeah. But it takes time for us. You'll spend like a month just sit there adding the books.
Yeah, it would probably take a while.
Yeah, I was, I think, 15 or 1600 books in when I got it, and going back and sitting there and adding every book, and then you get new books and you try and keep up to date. It takes its toll.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Well, I'm gonna head off, Russ. I'm buggered. Nowhere near as much as I bet you are, but I gotta prep some stuff for work.
Probably just go grab some breakfast. It's almost 8:00 here.
You got anything coming up?
Not really. I don't. I don't really make plans.
I don't either. I said to myself when I got back from Heroes that I'm going to try and do every Thursday just to get into some sort of rhythm. I did one, missed two, did one. Now let's see if I can get a rhythm going and go again next week. So we'll see how things go.
Yeah. I know I've always been terrible at like trying to do a YouTube schedule.
I don't see. There's no way I can stick to a proper schedule just because I got too much random stuff happening. I just got to get into a rhythm of at least doing something every week.
Yeah.
That I can stay involved and around. But I do like I'll spend 1 or 2 weeks and I'll do shorts and I'll do stuff and that, and then nothing for a few weeks.
Yeah.
Like I've in my head, I've had planned my 200 subscriber push for like the last 4 months. And every time, I'll say I'll grab what I'm going to give away and stuff. And I never do. The last time I had everything ready, everyone jumped on the stream and we just started talking. It was 4 hours later and I hadn't did it. So it's just, it's been lazy. I got to actually get past that 200 subscriber point and start trying to get some motivation.
Where are you at right now?
I was at 194, then I dropped down to 193 this week. So hopefully
YouTube always fluctuates like that.
Yeah. Like I was dead for like I hit like 156 and I could not move, and that was when I was actually making videos and I couldn't move past the 150. Then I stayed off for a bit and it was slowly creeping up, and then I started doing a bunch of shorts and stuff and it jumped to 190 and then slowly went to 194.
Yeah, shorts, that's a great way to grow sometimes.
Yeah, it's just, it's weird. Like some hit, some don't.
Yeah.
Like when I was in Scotland at the show, I was hitting 2,000 and 3,000 and 4,000 views. And I've never been able to get another one like that. I can get 300, 400, 500 views, or I'll get 2 views. It all depends. And like the short will be pretty much.
Sometimes.
Yeah. It's
one
just weird.
will start to take off and get like 200 or 300, and then all of a sudden it'll just stop.
Yeah. Like normally, if mine are going to get views, I found that I get a decent amount in the first hour. If I don't get a decent amount in the first hour, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
And then
if I post anything with my face on it, it gets like 10 views. If I post like a random dog or a Big Bang Theory clip, then it gets thousands.
Yeah.
But if anything's
Don't
got
worry.
people are just like, nah, I'm not watching that.
I've contemplated doing what you did just to get the subscribers up, and then I said it's a lot of maintenance. Like you have to sit there and do it, and I have no patience if I don't have it prepped. Like for me to do what you're doing, I'd have to spend like 2 or 3 days just getting all the clips ready.
Yeah.
So I know tomorrow I just push the button and post it, not have to sit there tomorrow trying to work out the short and things. So
Yeah. One thing I hate about it is they don't let you pick your thumbnail on shorts. It just picks a random thumbnail for those.
Yeah.
So if you're like trying to like focus on one thing, it's just gonna pick a random thumbnail of just an empty wall or somebody not there. Clip that's supposed to be about.
Well, even I'm like, to show how stupid it is, they show me my own shorts when I'm on YouTube sometimes.
Really?
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like half the time, like if somebody puts a short out, it don't give you a notification for it, even if you have notifications turned on for their channel. It's so weird.
The only way I know most people put shorts, like when you doing that, is through Insta.
Yeah.
No, I barely get any notifications through YouTube.
Yeah, I have so many channels with the notification bell on, and when they go live, I don't get the notification until like maybe an hour later. Like, dang.
Sometimes I don't even get the notification that someone's commented on my things.
Yeah.
I have to go into the YouTube studio and magically see it in the bottom there.
So, I don't know why they do that. They make it so difficult.
I think there's just too many people.
Yeah.
And they're more
all the time I get recommendations for channels that have nothing to do with comics or collectible stuff. And I'm like, why are they recommending this channel?
Do you know why they do that? If you watch a short and just say for some reason, like you're scrolling through your phone and you end up doing something else and you're still on the shorts and that short just keeps playing, you know how it keeps going? It thinks that you just kept watching it. So it thinks you're interested in that thing. So it'll start recommending channels that have to do with that. Because I remember once I was watching it, the doorbell rang, I put my phone down, thinking it would like go into sleep mode by itself. And this short must have been going for like 20 minutes. For the next 3 or 4 days, everything on my YouTube thing was just to do with that thing.
Yeah.
And it was just something stupid. It was like one of those, you know, the girls do stupid things videos. So it just kept coming up in my feed. And it took me like a decent month of watching the stuff that I normally watch to get rid of it all.
Yeah. It's crazy.
There's too many people on YouTube. They're trying to focus on the big people who they make money out of.
Oh, yeah.
And everyone else just gets whatever they get.
Yeah.
So
I know, I've had like several people just can't understand why I don't monetize my channel because I don't care about that. Like,
yeah, but I know you don't care, but if you can, you might as well.
Yeah, the way I figure it's like, because I don't know how it works with like the YouTube shorts on monetizing, because like all my shorts are like copyrighted, so I wouldn't make anything from that. And my normal videos, sometimes depending on like my video game content, gets hardly nothing. My comic stuff, it's maybe 50 views.
But now that you have the subscribers, so the way I would see it is now that you have the subscribers, if you were to go into shorts of your actual stuff, there's more chance of them getting views.
I know I put a short where I tried frozen pizza for the first time. It was Motor City Pizza, and I think it got like 150 views, maybe. So
Yeah, I think it's also going to come down to consistency. Like you got to just keep plodding
yeah,
along,
I
doing
know.
them.
I would like to like if I could, I would like to get like a sponsor or something instead of monetizing. Just get like a sponsor for like a comic shop or something like that that I like. That would be cool. I would rather have something like that happen than monetize. But I don't know.
How many subscribers do you have these days?
It's a little over 25,000, but
Have you?
my videos still only get like 50 to 70 views.
I was going to say maybe have you tried reaching out to like heroes or
No,
that? 'Cause-
I'm scared to like reach out and like try to like, because I've never been good at like advertising or like hyping my channel up or anything like that. I've always been terrible at that, so I'm kind of like scared to reach out.
then the way of reaching out without reaching out is doing a video involving that place and tagging them.
Yeah,
So maybe like the next time you have an opportunity that you can get down to Charlotte, go film some footage in the store and
yeah,
then buy some books and then just do a video about it, tagging heroes in Charlotte, awesome shop, this, that, and pray and hope and just push push the point as much as you can to try and get as many views on it as you can. And if you can get like decent views on it, they'll eventually see it and they'll say, oh, this guy's got so many followers, he came into our shop, it got so many eyes on it.
I might have to
And
give that. That's a good idea, man. I wonder if I could do that with Krispy Kreme donuts. Just get like free donuts every month.
These days anything's possible.
Yeah.
And the people are looking to advertise in different ways than they ever had before.
Yeah.
Hey Perry.
Yo, Perry.
So they it could happen, yeah. They could just look at it as it's another way for people to think. You should just do, if you want Krispy Kremes, just get creative, put like Batman's face on a donut and say you really should make Batman donuts for Batman Day and Hulk donuts for whatever day, and give them some advertising material.
Yeah.
So it's I get your whole thing. Like I keep thinking to myself, do I even bother trying to push for subscribers to get there and then never do anything with it?
I know it's weird. Like when the shorts first started working, I started getting like, cause it's geez, I think I was on here for 6 years before I hit, or no, 5 years before I hit 1,000, and then it was January, January when the shorts started taking off, and I went from like 1,000 to 2,000, and then I just every month I was gaining 1,000 subs. So I thought, well, if this keeps working, I'll get to 9,000 and I can officially say my channel's over 9,000. So when that happened, I kind of backed off on the shorts, but the views kept coming in for months after I quit doing them, and they ended up with 25,000. So I would have just been like happy just to hit 9,000 to say I'm officially over 9,000, the Dragon Ball Z thing, but it just kept going. That tripped me out. Like even after I quit doing them, they kept getting views and subs.
Yeah, you've pretty much now gone through all of Big Bang. Just start on the next show.
Yeah.
Do Smallville shorts or the Batman shorts.
I could try that. It would be so like crazy if you get 100,000 subs, YouTube sends you that silver play button with your channel name on it.
Yeah.
That would be crazy to have that back there. It'd be like the
Uh-huh.
only channel at 100,000 subs that makes no
That's not
money.
money. Oh, well, that should be your goal.
Yeah, just to have
And
that silver play button with my channel name on it would be like crazy.
I would not be surprised if you were to hit 100,000 subs. They'd be pushing you to monetize,
Yeah,
and then you can just go back to them. When I wanted to monetize, you said no.
yeah, for real.
Now that I'm at 100,000, no.
YouTube would probably just shut my channel down for spite.
No, they'd get too much backlash if they did.
Yeah,
So, but I'll leave you be, Russ. Go get your breakfast so
All right,
you can
I'm gonna go get some pancakes. I think.
enjoy your day, and I'll shoot you a link if I'm on next week.
All right.
But it'll be a bit later in the day, so hopefully you'll be up at a normal time, not up crazy times in the morning.
It fluctuates. It's crazy. I went to bed at 10 o'clock last night, and I woke up at 1 a.m. So it's like if I try to go to sleep like a normal person, I'm gonna wake up in the middle of the night every time.
Yeah, but are you like getting decent sleep when you're sleeping, or is it just
It's crazy. Sometimes I'll go like a couple of days with getting like maybe 2 or 3 hours of sleep, and then all of a sudden I'll sleep like 10 hours or something.
okay?
Like my body just shuts down.
Yeah. Oh, at least you.
Every couple of days I get good sleep.
At least every couple of days you're getting it. So it's better than some people get.
Yeah.
So, all right, I'll end this. Thank you to everyone for watching, and thank you to the people who joined the panel, Russ and Simple Simon, and
That's
thank
fun.
you for everyone watching the replay. Take care, guys. So, I gotta